Yes, hello, good morning, everybody. I'm sorry for joining in late. I had a little notebook challenge which I was trying to resolve. Please indicate if you can hear me so we can proceed with the lectures.
Good morning, sir. Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So today we are going to advanced over our last discussion on social media management. Today we are going to go a little further and discuss some of other basic essentials and pillars of social media management. All right, so today we are going to be briefly talking on the advanced practice of social media management, which is just a little bit above what we discussed on Tuesday. As earlier as I said earlier on Tuesday, social media management is a skill that does not require any technical know-how to execute. You don't have to be technically inclined to execute to become a social media manager. So we are just going to go a little over what we discussed last time. I think we are supposed to have three lectures this week. So the last lecture will cover the getting of a job and securing a job aspect. So for now we are going to go on advanced practice of social media management. Okay. Social media management has social media management has evolved beyond posting pictures and just replying to comments. It is a strategic profession that requires a deep understanding of context, branding, psychology, data analytics, tools, campaign, and crisis communication. Um, Most people they use social media for basically just you just come online, you post picture, you comment, you reply your comments. That's what, especially on Facebook. Some people they are only on Facebook. That's what they basically just do. But of course, anybody that is into hustling, that is trying to make money, will know that it is more than just that. Um, when you start to find you go on Twitter, you go on Discord, you go on every platform, trying to see where you can make money. You export to more social media platforms, and then you understand that this social media is not by just posting, or it's not by just commenting. And of course, when you become a social manager, you are going to have a more complex understanding of what it is. So social media management has evolved far beyond just posting pictures and just replying to comments. You have to understand the brand you are working for, understand the community you are posting for, analyze your outreach, and of course, use the right tools. And of course, crisis communication is very, very key aspect of social media management. So we are going to be discussing seven pillars of social media management. So for the first one, we have the content strategy for social media. The content strategy for social media. So the content strategy is a long-term plan that determines what a brand posts, why it posts it, and what result it expects. Long-term plan that determines what a brand posts, why it posts it, and what result it expects. Of course, every post a brand post, every post that you make on on a platform as a social media manager has a reason. It has a reason why you made that post. And so as you are making the post, there are always plans expect when you make that post. So all these are part of things that you have to plan ahead of. You don't just wake up and post it. So there are four components of the content strategy. The first one is the content pillar. So the content pillar, it focuses majorly on the theme of the brand. If you are working for an ideal platform, you know that the theme of the brand is an ideal platform. If you are working for an educational platform, let me say, for example, you are of a school, of course, you know that the brand focuses on education and so on and so forth. So these are the content pillar of the brand. So the first element in strategy plan, in content strategy planning, is the content pillar. So first of all, you have to understand the brand, the main theme of the brand, and what it focuses on. The second, we have the format planning. The format planning, of course, it helps you to choose: are you posting videos? Are you posting reels? What are you posting today? Are you going to host a live AMA? Are you going to host a Twitter space? So after you have on the content pillar, what the brand focuses on, then you move to the format planning, knowing what you are going to post um accordingly. So let's go back a bit. This content strategy is majorly when you are hired for a new project. This is something that you must do. This is something that you must do. You make your content plan, and then you execute it according to it. Because most times when you get a job, your first task is, what are your plans? What are your plans? What are you going to do? As we are hiring as social media manager, so you have to come up with a full outline of what you are going to do when you are when you start working. So this is something that is very important. Then we have the tone and messaging. Every brand has its own focus and how it speaks. When I'm on Twitter, I can just hear somebody voice and I'll say, oh, is this particular person that is talking? Because that particular person has created his or her brand that way, that his voice is unique and different. So even though I'm not looking at the phone, I know, like, okay, it's this particular person that is talking, because that's their brand, their own style, their own personality, different and distinct for others. Then we have the content calendar, which is used to schedule content for stability and consistency. Of course, in our last class, I highlighted that you don't just wake up and post content. You have to plan ahead what to post, especially when you are a social media manager for large and complex brands. If you have any question, you can ask, or you can just indicate with an emoji so we can move to the next slide. And please, if you have any questions, you can ask, or if you don't have any questions, you can indicate with an emoji so we can move to the next slide. Okay. Okay. The next essential is the social media analytics and performance tool. During our last lecture, I spoke a lot on this analytic tool because it is something that is very, very, very important. It helps you to identify how far your post is going. Platforms such as Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, they give a dashboard for this where you can analyze your the performance of your post. So analytics is the process of tracking performance data to understand context, sources, and audience behavior. So I spoke on this a lot last week on Tuesday for those who were here. So the key metrics of analysis, we have the reach and impression. Reach and impression. We have the engagement rate, which is how much time people spend on your post, how much likes you have, how much comments. So the likes and comments together combined to give the engagement rate. The click through rates. I give an example last week of the click-through rates. Um, I used Medium. If you go on, as a social manager, you go on X or Medium. You make a post on Medium as a social media manager, and you share the link to your community. And Medium is going to show you how many people click your link. Um, it's going to show you where they scroll up to. If you post a three page document on Medium and you share the link to the document to your community, Medium is going to tell you, okay, when this particular person came, he scrolled to here, and when he reached this particular first paragraph, he stopped reading and exited. So these are things that are going to help you to know what is captivating your audience. And of course, we don't post too long because people tend to lose interest. So the click through rate is very important, especially when you are handling platforms such as Mediums and Twitter. So the follower growth is self-explanatory. Follower growth refers to how much the followers increase. So since if I start handling the this project page today, and tomorrow they start losing followers, of course you know that something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong. So we have the watch time. Watch time is basically for videos. um if you are a social media manager and you are handling let me say you are handling the YouTube page of a brand, you're handling the YouTube page of a brand. Your watch time is very, very important on videos that you post, on short videos that you post. When you post a video, how long is the watch time? YouTube gives an average also of this watch time. So it's not something that you have to sit down and calculate. They have the dashboard that shows the average watch time. They will say you have 30 views, and the average person spends about 2 minutes on your videos, and your video is 5 minutes. YouTube give this analytic analysis to all its users. So social media manager, social media analytics and performance measurement is very important. These are things that when you start working for a project, you have to combine it. You have to combine it in a written way or via a voice call. You have to communicate with the project team and say, okay, this one I started handling. This is what you have. This is what we have. We have experienced this and this and this. Um, More people are watching, or our followership have reduced. We have more engagement. These are the issues that we are having, and among all of that things. So social media analysis and performance measurement is very important. Last week, on Tuesdays rather, I gave some tools that you can use for this social media analysis, but of course, most of these tools are not necessary because most platforms they already have this dashboard, making it easier for users to compile the analytics. If there's any question, please you can ask before we move on to the next part. Okay, Social media campaigns. Another very very important part of social media manager is campaigns. It's campaigns, and of course, and campaigns is something that every project does. Almost all projects does. Every project I've worked with, when you join the brand, especially for a new project, the first thing they start doing is campaign. The first thing they start with is campaign, whether it's daily campaign or they have something upcoming that they are planning. But they first do a campaign in order to captivate their audience. So a campaign is a structured series of posts that are created to achieve a specific goal, such as increasing awareness, driving sale, promoting events, or launching a product. As I earlier said, um, increasing awareness. If you want to campaign is usually done to increase awareness of your project, promote events, or if you want to launch a product under your project. When I was with Ape Terminal, when we have an IDO coming up, of course, you post it today, tomorrow you post it again, and then of course you keep posting it, creating that awareness because you're about to launch a product under you. And the project that are doing the IDO, they are depending on you for the promotion because you have more followership than them, you have more followers than them. So you post, create awareness to your so they will be able to so they'll be able to get more followership from you. So when launching a product and promoting events, creating awareness of your brand, that's when you run a campaign. As social media manager, when it comes to running campaign, you are basically the one in charge. So we have some element of social media campaign. The first one is the goal setting. When you have a social media, when you have a campaign that you are running, what is the goal you aim to achieve with the campaign? What is the end product of the campaign? If you are working for a project and they are running a Zilly campaign, they are running a Zilly event, what is the goal of the Zilly event? Of course, Zilly events, users join, you pay users money. So of course, you need to have a specific target that you want. Is it more audience that you need? Do you need users to use your application? For some Zilly events, you see, download and use the app for 2 weeks, download and trade this for 2 days. So what is the goal that you aim to achieve campaign? So these are things that a social media manager first of all of the campaign. And secondly, we have the audience research. The audience research. If you are running a campaign, what are your target audience? Who are you specifically hoping that they are going to buy your campaign? What particular region do you most care about? Now, for example, there are some scattered in particular regions. There are some platforms that if you are in Philippines, if you are in Asian countries, you will not be able to use it. So such platforms, their target audience are not necessarily as big. So regional audience research basically try to open it in Nigeria. So those kind of platforms, when they want to start their campaign, these particular regions are not their focus. They will hardly contact any 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 ambassador there to be able to help them promote because they know that if we end up promoting for us, we'll still have issues with accessing the app. So what are the target audience of your campaign? So the audience is just also is very important. Then we have the content mapping. The content mapping is basically the outline of the content you are going to post from the beginning of the campaign to the end of the campaign, from the beginning of the campaign to the end of the campaign. Then we have the timing and scheduling, which is the exact time we are going to be posting each of the content. We have the creative production, the platform selection. Now, on this platform selection, is a very, very key aspect of campaigns. It's a very, very key aspect of campaigns. Now, let me give you a very simple example. If you are working for a game company, um, I used to work with Tap Fantasy. When we're in Tap Fantasy, we don't host any event outside Discord. We don't host any event outside Discord because Discord is a gaming platform and we are a gaming project. So every of our events is on Discord. So Discord is is more like a gaming platform. Users, people that play game, they are much more on Discord. So we focus majorly on Discord. So the platform selection is very important. You cannot be hosting a game event, then you go to Twitter and go and start bombarding Twitter. Of course, we know Twitter is majorly for blogging and live spaces. As we were talking about social media platform last week, we we covered types of different types of platform and we classified Twitter under blogging. So to Twitter and start trying to host gaming campaigns on Twitter, of course, it's not going to be possible. The platform selection is very, very important when you want to host campaigns. If you are hosting campaigns, let me say, for example, you are doing a game challenge. No, not a game challenge. You are doing a video challenge. You host a campaign. You want people to promote your project. You want people to create a short video on your project and post it. Then the one with the highest like you pay them or something like that. Of course, such kind of campaign you cannot take it to Twitter. You cannot take such kind of campaigns to Facebook. You know that since you are dealing with short videos, you have to take such campaign to TikTok. So these are things that you need to know when you are planning to run campaigns. So the next point we have monitoring and adjustment. Okay, so when the campaign begins, you make your first post. So your first post is going to determine how your second post is going to be. If your first post doesn't attract as much engagement as you want, of course, you know that first of all, your audience is wrong. You are reaching out to the wrong audience. So your first post doesn't attract reaction. You change your audience. You change some things and you make some adjustments. You make the next post. That's how you keep monitoring till you achieve what you want. Then lastly, we have the post-campaign reporting. At the end of the campaign, you have to compile everything and report to your team. Now, why this campaign, as I earlier spoke, is majorly dealt with by the social media manager. The social media manager handles this campaign. So when the brand they are running a campaign, they want to run a campaign, they call the social media manager and come. This is what we have. We want to run this campaign, go and make a plan for us. They will tell you, go and make a plan for us. Um, on your plan, bring out the whole outline of the campaign, how it's going to be, how do you want it to, how are you going to help us and promote the campaign. So you have to put all of these elements in mind. So next we have social media crisis. As we spoke last week, social media crisis um, arise from customers. Last week, someone asked a question: if you post, if you make a post for somebody, for a brand, and the brand does not deliver, how are you going to do? Of course, I told her that you have to take the fall. You have to take the fall for it. And social media crisis steps. The first step is immediate monitoring. You have to, okay, what's happening? You go online, you see somebody is complaining under your project or your brand post that this happened, this happened. First of all, you look at it. You don't just rush and say no, this did not happen. No, you look at it. You go and make your research. What happened? And if you are really at fault, you have to come out clean and say, okay, fine, we are we are at fault. This is what happened. This is what happened. You have to be transparent, and you have to also give actions, things that you are going to take, actions that you are going to take to avoid such errors in the future. You have to consistently communicate to the person that encounters such issues. Okay, have the issue been resolved? If you have any other issues, you can let me know. Brand protection measures, of course, as I earlier said, you have to make sure that this does not occur again. Post crisis analysis. It is very important that after a social media crisis, if your brand have issues, after the issues, it's very important that you go online and then you say, okay, this is what happened, this is what happened. You just give your community the full gist of what happened. You tell them that, okay, I was contacted by this particular brand to post this, but the thing did not end well, and this, but the issue has been resolved, and the brand has delivered the product. It is very important to solve all these issues, to post the post crisis analysis. Now, why is this important? First of all, and I'll use last week question as an example. Someone make a comment under your post. That issue may be resolved, but because you did not post the post crisis analysis, a particular customer is there thinking that this particular issue has not been resolved, so he's not going to buy anything through you again, which is very bad. That's why you have to always post the post crisis analysis when something happened and the thing has been resolved. You have to post it and say, this is what happened, this is what happened, but we were able to resolve the issue. So next we have the social media automation tools. So social media automation tools are basically tools that help you to post whether you are online or you are not online. So there are some posts that need to be made hourly. You need to make a post exactly in 1 hour time. So you use social media automation tools to automatically make this post for you. If you are a social media manager and you are placed in charge of reviewing daily events on Zilly, so there are automation tools that can do this for you, because most of the time really you see thousands of users. If you go, you see up to 2,000 tags for you to review in just a day. So there are automation tools that you will use for them to help you and automate some of these processes. So we are going to be moving on because of time. We are going to move on quickly. Second to the last, we have the audience behavior. Audience behavior basically refers to how audience acts and respond to your brand tweet and post. So the element of audience behavior, we have the preferred content format. We have the emotional triggers. What triggers your audience? Then we have the active hours. Um, okay, for these active hours, I've been on WhatsApp. I usually view status of brands or people that sell this and that. And most times, you notice they post early in the morning. If they don't post in the morning, they'll come and be posting in the night. And I noticed that most people that sell on my WhatsApp, they don't post in the afternoon. Why? Because in the afternoon, most people are at work, so nobody is going to view your status in the afternoon. But if you post in the afternoon, before night, they will not view it again because your status will have gone down. I have up to more than 1,000 contacts. So if you post in the morning, if you post in the afternoon, I will never view it because when I come, people that post in the night, they are already at the top. So you have to know the active hours which your target audience they are active. What time are they available? You have to post within that time so that you'll be able to catch their attention. Me too, if I make a post in the afternoon, I don't used to have much views. But if I post in the night, the views used to skyrocket. So if I'm selling anything, of course I'll be posting it in the night because that's when I have more views. That's when the viewers are more active. So we have the cultural influence, the response pattern. We have the pain point and interest. The pain point and interest, basically, where are they complaining about and where are the users majorly interested in. If you are running a campaign and you write, we'll be having a trading competition, we'll be having a daily request, and when you go there, you see most of the comments are based on the Zilly event. You know that okay, Zilly event is the main point of interest here. Oh. And if you now see that people are complaining that why will you put a trading value at 200 at $2,000, most of them cannot afford $2,000. That's the pain point of that particular audience. So what are they complaining about, and what is bringing their interest more? So these are things that you need to acknowledge, and in your upcoming campaigns, you have to put them into consideration. So lastly, we have brand building through social media. So brand building is basically shaping up how people perceive your brand, shaping up how people perceive your brand. As I earlier spoke, when I'm on TikTok, I will just hear voice of somebody, and I will just say, oh, this particular person. There's this everybody hates Riley. There's Kadesh on TikTok. So these are people that once I just hear their voice, I will just know, okay, this particular person is somebody that I'm interested in, and I will just be captivated to listen to what they are saying. When I go on YouTube, I have Ray William Johnson. Ray William Johnson is a storyteller. So these are people that have created their brand in such a way that they are unique and different. So they easily captivate the attention of people. So as a social media manager, when you are handling a brand, it is important to create such a unique ability, a unique, a unique identity for yourself, because these are things that are going to set you distinct from others. I see most people when they are making YouTube videos, they use AI voices to cover the YouTube video, and I ask, what are these people doing? They are using AI voice. The next person, the video below, is using AI voice. So how do you want to capture my attention when in your video you are doing a 15 minutes video and you are using AI voice? Of course, it's not going to capture attention. So these are things that you need to put into consideration. You have to create a unique um, a unique brand identity. So in conclusion, in today's digital world, social media management is a powerful career path that requires strategic thinking, creativity, psychology, insight, and data-driven decision making. By mastering content strategy, analytics, campaign, audience behavior, branding tools, and crisis management, one become a complete professional ready for the real world challenges. So you have come to the end of the lectures for today. I'm going to give time for if you have any questions regarding anything, even though it's something we have not covered, but it's something regarding social media management that you want to ask, please you can ask now. And please, if you have any questions, you can ask. So we'll round up the meeting.
Okay, good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Yes, good morning.
Okay, I very sorry that I'm joining the class halfway, and I heard about your beautiful presentation. So it's a problem that the images, my screen comes up and just goes off again. So the only thing I'm hearing is your voice. Yes, there is this thing I've noticed about my LinkedIn app. So every time I make a post, I've noticed that if I make post in the morning around 10, it goes up. The how would I call it, the responsiveness goes up, then comes down again. After a period of time, then my post is not really enough. I'm not really seeing it again. So I don't know if it is my SEO words that are not
Um, Sorry, I'm having a little network issue. I'm coming. Sorry, can you indicate if you are getting me now? You can send an emoji if you are getting me.
I'm hearing you now.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I did not get your question complete, but I think you were saying if you post at some particular hours, you are having more engagement and more responsiveness than if you post particular hours. Is that your question?
Yes, yes, that is one of my questions. So, and after some time, when the engagement has skyrocketed, after some time it comes down again. It just comes down. I don't know. Is it that my SEO words are not updated, or is there something wrong with it? Because even while I'm trying to write, I try to bring in more words for the SEO engine. So I don't know why does it really come down all of a sudden after spiking up then. Thank you.
Okay, okay. To answer your question, first of all, during the lecture that just ended, I spoke about active hours of your audience, and I spoke about the interest, and I spoke about uniqueness. First of all, if you make a post, the people that are interested in the post, it is possible that they have already viewed your post, they have already engaged on your post, and then they they are done. So what you need to do is expansion. You need to expand to more new people, because it is possible that the people that are engaging your post, they are constant, they are the same people because they like your post. Where you make a post, they engage. But of course, there are no new people coming in. There are no new people coming in. If somebody is in Asia, you make a post around 2 a.m., the person is going to engage in your post, like it, react, and the person is going to move on. And when it's Nigerian time, Nigeria is not like they are not interested in your post. When they come online, they see your post, they will just scroll and pass. So what you need is an audience expansion. You need to um reach to more people so that your engagement, of course, is going to increase. And additional to more people, it's not by doing promotion, it's not by doing campaigns. It's, of course, you can improve your way of writing, you can improve your way of presenting what you are doing. But the major point is that your audience, they view the post already at that early time that you posted it. They have already viewed your post, and your main audience are already giving you the high engagement, and there are no new audience that are coming in. That's why you see, you make a post, some people, they will post today on Twitter, they will have 3,000 engagements, and there will be the post went far, and tomorrow you will see the engagement will just increase by 3,200, and they'll be asking what's happened. It's because the major people that viewed your post have already viewed it. The other people, they don't care, they'll just come and just school and pass. Another point again is the algorithm. The algorithm of the platform you are using. Um, if you post on X, you post just now, the post is going to be more visible to users. In the next few hours, people that are posting after you, their own is going to be taking over your own. So their own is going to be at the top of your own. So your post is parameter going to get missing somewhere. Sometimes it depends on the platform algorithm. So I hope I answered your question. If you are not there, you can ask again.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate.
All right, no problem. Maybe there's any question again you can ask, please. Okay, we should be rounding up the class now, but um, if there's any topic, because we have just one more class for the week, if there's any specific topic of interest regarding social media management that you want us to cover, please, and just let me know so I'll work towards it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, sir, something just came through my mind now. I've been finding a solution for that. Okay, recently on LinkedIn, I've been restricted for some reason I don't know. So I've been trying to get their contact form. I noticed that they don't have contact form built in the app there. So I got a link that I when I open it brings out their contact form. But every time I fill the form and finish ready to submit, and after all the capture this thing view, it still shows me that or okay, I cannot even click on the send. Yes, the send button, the submit button. The submit button I cannot submit. So I don't know. That is what has been holding me back for now. I can't access my LinkedIn. So what I'm just asking in case if you make use of LinkedIn platform and there's any other link I can use so that I can submit my appeal to them, please. I would really appreciate.
Okay, LinkedIn, I think they have a request form that you can request if you have any issue. It's just like a form that you fill, and of course they should have a customer care email address. They should have a customer care email address. I think quite a while back, about 2 years ago, I had the same issue with Telegram. Telegram restricted me for almost a year, and I was on Telegram Premium, so I was like, why are they restricting me? I had to send them email. I did not even know that Telegram had an email, but of course I did a little research and I sent them mail. And within 1 week, the restriction was lifted. So they should have an email address. You can email them. You just include your username and then state your problem. They should have a customer care email address, so you can just do a little research and get it. I hope I answer your question. I'm precious. I hope I give answer to your question. Please, I'm still waiting. If you have any topic you want me to cover, you can please let me know. So I will cover based on it. All right. In the absence of any other thing, I think our next class will cover just a little bit about getting a job as a social media manager. What are the things you need to do? How to put in your application and connect to the right people. So I have an assignment that is ready already. Um, so I'm going to be sending it to the platform later in the day.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yohana. So without anything, I think we can end the session. Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Yeah, thank you all for joining today's session. In the absence of anything, we'll meet on Friday.
Have a great
Thank you, sir. Uma.
Uh,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma. Nice.